Hey everybody, it's Matthew, mortgage loan officer here in Bothell. Today, I have Casey Walker, real estate agent. Also, you are shopping for your first home.
I am shopping for my first home.
Okay, before we jump into the topic of conversation today, let me adjust this too because apparently I like to lean way over. Before we jump into the topic, so Casey, just so that you know, is an incredible real estate agent. Not only does she really care, and I think that's the most important thing. The other thing that I always recommend to clients is that when you're looking for a real estate agent, you're looking for someone who's a strong negotiator. And what we mean by that, because it's kind of a nebulous term, is someone who can assess what the seller really wants, what's really important to them. Because and you mentioned this the other day when we were doing a class, how many elements to a offer are there?
There's probably about 30 different elements you can play with to make it more competitive.
So 30 different elements that you can utilize to create a strong offer. And it's not just about price. Mm-hmm. Not just about price. So you want someone who's a strong negotiator and somebody who just really cares. Now, there's other things that you want too, but Casey is all those things. So first of all, before we jump into everything, I just want to say, if you're looking for a real estate agent, this is somebody that you want to at least have a conversation with and get to know and see if there's a good fit. But we also have a very unique opportunity, which is that you are shopping for your first home.
Mm-hmm. I am.
And so we get to actually talk about the experience, not just about being a real estate agent and talking about the market, but your experience searching for a home. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what prompted you to buy, and maybe a little bit about what's important to you in the house that you're looking for.
Yeah, so I started working in real estate 4 years ago and was a poor little church mouse when I started. I was a documentary filmmaker and not a lot of money in that. So so I started out in real estate and just worked contracts my first probably 9 months for my designated broker, my boss, because I just wanted to learn how to write a really good offer and how to negotiate, and then broke off on my own and things just took off, and now I'm getting married, and so looking at...
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
And now that I've been watching and understanding the historical trends of real estate investment, it's like, man, I'm excited to get into this and to own my first place and build memories there. So that's kind of what brought me here to looking to buy a place.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about when we're buying a house, we're typically advising people that there's two main reasons to buy, or benefits of buying, right? Mm-hmm. One being that it's an investment, and the other being the utility, meaning you live there, and so there's utility in living there. Which way, because this is your first house, is there one direction that you're leaning more than another? Do you have a preference? How are you thinking about it? Because you just talked about this is going to be your first home. You're building your home with you're getting married, and so you and your fiance are going to, Jordan, build this and make it your own.
Yeah.
So what's really important of those two to you?
Definitely investment is what we're looking for. We hope to keep this place forever and rent it out. We'll probably be there for a couple years, and we really are looking for some sweat equity. So we know this won't be our forever home for us. And so we're willing to take on a place that might need some tender love and care by a little TLC. But we're really looking for on the investment side. So yeah.
What do we call that? Green carpet or shag carpet, right?
Oh, popcorn ceilings, all of that.
Looking for those things.
Yeah.
So when I became a mortgage loan officer, when I got into the industry, early on somebody recommended that I just start asking people what their biggest regret was in home ownership. So I just started asking clients what their biggest regret was. And there was one answer that almost everybody gave. And it was the same answer, and it shocked me. It just it blew my mind. I kept asking over and over again, what's the number one thing you regret? If you could do it all over again, home ownership, buying a house, what would you do differently?
Keep it after.
Keep it.
Really?
Everybody
Yeah.
said they would not sell their first house.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so then I started talking with my mentors and with my boss who has 28 years, and started asking, like, why is this? And it got expressed to me that, like, most likely your first house won't be your forever house.
Mm-hmm.
Just because life is going to change, your family's going to grow, your circumstances are going to change. Maybe you'll move. Maybe our income grows, our buying power grows, and so over time we can get a different place.
Yeah.
Maybe that has more utility. So then the wisdom in that, I think it's really wise. You're leaning towards the investment value of it, and then on top of that, you're okay with not having like the most move-in ready place. You're willing to put in some work.
Yeah.
You and Jordan are capable of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little less
see.
so. I wanted a place that was move-in ready. I was like, I don't want to do too
Life
much
is
work.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
it.
But what were you going to say though?
I've just seen how, if a place is really fixed up, you get the most amount of value out of it at the time that you purchase it. And if you're willing to put in some work, you'll really grow your equity over time. And so it is hard. I found myself, as I'm looking at listings, starting to be really drawn to the ones that look really nice and wanting to go tour those, and not wanting to go tour the ones that look crummy, even though I told myself mentally to not do that.
Yeah.
And so it's just funny how I'm finding myself falling into the pitfalls I've seen buyers fall into before, just because things look more attractive as you're looking at the place you want to live in, or I have my must-haves and my like-to-haves split apart, and sometimes I see my like-to-haves and I forget about my must-haves and I just want it, and
Right.
so I am really learning by being in this position right now of being a buyer and really having to think through things and to go back to my goals and my vision continually. So
What do you say, and before we wrap this up, and guys, by the way, comment down below, let us know, is this valuable? Is this valuable to kind of hear this perspective? What questions do you have for Casey? What would you like to hear about in her experience buying her first house? Let us know below. We're thinking about making this a more regular thing where we can talk about this if you're willing to.
yeah.
Because I think your perspective is just so great, and like you bring a lot of wisdom. And so I guess last question before we wrap up this video would be, and also I'm going to, give me 1 second here. I'm going to leave the link for Casey down below, her contact information if you want to get a hold of her. But last question, what would you say to the person who is seeing these housing prices go up so much? Like, how have you felt about that? Has it like, what's been difficult for you, or how have you felt about seeing the home prices, and does it make you want to buy less?
No, it makes me want to buy sooner.
Really?
Yeah, because I know that the historical trend is that, your equity will grow from the moment that you buy, pretty much. And so, or it might take a little bit of time, but the longer you wait, the more painful it will get. I've seen many clients get priced out because of waiting too long. And so I actually feel quite motivated at the moment to buy as soon as I can. Just have a starting point, even if it might not be, again, like maybe it's a 1-bedroom instead of a 2-bedroom, or a 2-bedroom instead of a 3-bedroom. But you gotta get on the bus, like you always say, right? Like, you gotta start somewhere. And so I feel very eager actually to just get that locked in and begin loving on that place and making it look beautiful.
Awesome. We're going to do more videos. We're going to do another one next week. We're going to start maybe even looking at some listings. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what? Tell us what you want to know. Also, first-time home buyer class coming up next month. We need to choose a date. We'll get a date announced really soon here. And I'm also going to be doing a class here at the end of May. Do I have enough money to buy a house? How to budget for it. So we're going to look at these things, and let us know what else you want to hear about. Also, Casey's information will be down below. If you are looking for a real estate agent, if you're thinking about selling or buying, let us know. We appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.